The bus rumbled to a stop, kicking up dust devils in its wake. I stepped off, a wave of warm air washing over me. This was home, not the bustling city where I now lived and worked, but the rural village where I'd spent my childhood. As I shouldered my bag, a chorus of greetings rose around me. "Kwezi, you've returned!" Familiar faces etched with time and toil beamed at me. Our village was small, a smattering of mud brick houses clustered around a central clearing. Towering baobab trees, ancient sentinels, stood watch over our homes. The clearing was our communal heart. Here, children chased chickens, their laughter echoing through the air. Women gathered, their voices a comforting hum as they pounded millet and shared stories. Life moved at a different pace here. Beyond the clearing, the lifeblood of our village flowed, the mighty Ngona River. It snaked through the savannah, a shimmering ribbon reflecting the vast African sky. Every morning women walked in single file, clay pots balanced on their heads, their journey to the riverbank a graceful dance. Children splashed in the shallows, their laughter mingling with the rhythmic chanting of fishermen casting their nets. The river was our lifeline, a source of both life and livelihood. Back in the heart of the village, the oldest baobab tree held court. We called it the grandfather, its massive trunk wider than any hut. Legend said it had witnessed the birth of our village, its roots stretching deep into the earth, holding secrets older than time. Children loved to play in its dappled shade, their tiny voices lost beneath its sprawling branches. Elders gathered at its base, their weathered faces etched with the wisdom of generations. They shared stories of our ancestors, tales of courage and resilience passed down through oral tradition. As darkness descended, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, the village gathered. This was the time for storytelling, a cherished tradition that brought us together at the end of each day. We sat beneath a canopy of stars, their light twinkling like a million fireflies. One by one, voices rose and fell, weaving tales of bravery, love, and the interconnectedness of all things. These stories were more than just entertainment. They were our history books, our moral compasses, and our connection to the spirit world. They taught us valuable lessons about life, love, and the importance of community. This was the magic of my African village life. The rooster's crow was our alarm clock. It pierced the pre-dawn quiet, a signal that a new day was dawning. Soon, the whole village was stirring. The air, still cool and fresh, vibrated with a symphony of sounds. Goats bleated impatiently, eager for their morning graze. The scent of roasting maize and brewing coffee wafted through the air, a comforting aroma that signaled the start of a new day. The heart of our homes, and indeed our lives, was the fire. It crackled merrily in the center of the main room, providing warmth, light, and a gathering place for family and friends. Women, the heart of our families, tended to the fire with a practiced ease. They cooked over its open flames, transforming simple ingredients into nourishing meals that brought us together. The fire was more than just a source of heat and light. It was a symbol of our shared history, our connection to the earth, and the generations that came before us. Life in the village was a communal affair. We lived by the rhythm of the seasons, our days dictated by the needs of the land and the well-being of our neighbors. Farming was our lifeblood. Men and women worked side by side in the fields, their backs bent in unison as they planted, weeded, and harvested our crops. During harvest season, the entire village transformed into a hive of activity. The air crackled with anticipation. It was Abena's wedding day, and the entire village was caught up in the excitement. Abena, with her infectious laugh and a heart as big as the sky, was like a daughter to everyone. Her joy was our joy, her celebration, a reason for the whole village to come alive. Days before, the rhythmic pounding of drums had echoed through the savannah, announcing the upcoming union. Women had gathered, their laughter mingling with the fragrant smoke of cooking fires as they prepared a feast, fit for a queen. The air buzzed with the feeling of unity and shared purpose, a testament to the strong bonds that held our community together. The wedding ceremony was a kaleidoscope of colors and rhythms. Women draped in vibrant kente cloth, their heads adorned with intricate braids and beads, danced with an energy that belied their years. The men, their voices strong and deep, sang ancient songs of praise and blessings, their rhythmic clapping reverberating through the air. At the heart of the celebration was Abena, radiant in a gown sewn with love by the village's finest seamstress. Her smile, as bright as the African sun, lit up the entire village. The wedding wasn't just a union of two people, it was a celebration of life, a testament to the continuity of our traditions and the enduring strength of our community. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange, pink, and purple, the celebration reached its peak. A bonfire, its flames reaching towards the heavens, crackled merrily in the center of the clearing, casting dancing shadows on the faces of the revelers. The elders, their faces etched with wisdom, gathered around the fire, their voices carrying the weight of generations as they shared stories of our ancestors and offered blessings for the newly married couple. Under the watchful gaze of the ancestral moon, we danced and sang until the early hours, our voices blending with the rhythmic beat of the drums. In that moment, surrounded by the warmth of the fire and the love of my community, I felt an overwhelming sense of belonging. This was more than just a wedding, it was a celebration of life, a testament to the enduring spirit of my African village. Life in our village was not always joyous celebrations and bountiful harvests. The whispers of the wind sometimes carried tales of hardship, reminding us of the challenges we faced. The very same sun that nurtured our crops could also turn our fields to dust, bringing with it the specter of drought. I remember one year, the rains had failed to arrive. The Ngona River, our lifeline, dwindled to a trickle, its once abundant waters reduced to muddy puddles. Anxiety etched itself onto the faces of the villagers, replacing their usual warmth and cheer. Our usual resilience was tested as the land, once our provider, seemed to turn against us. As days turned into weeks, the weight of empty bowls grew heavier. The once vibrant marketplace, usually bustling with traders and overflowing with colorful fruits and vegetables, stood eerily deserted. The laughter and banter of bartering were replaced by a somber silence, a stark reminder of the scarcity that gripped our community. I saw hunger in the eyes of our children, their small bodies growing thinner by the day. The spirit of the village, usually so resilient and unyielding, seemed to falter under the strain of hardship, yet even in the face of adversity, the spirit of Ubuntu, the interconnectedness that bound us together, shone through. The elders, drawing on their deep well of wisdom and experience, reminded us that we had faced challenges before, and we had always overcome them together. They spoke of the stories passed down through generations, tales of resilience and resourcefulness in the face of hardship. And so, we united as a village. We organized ourselves, pooling our resources and sharing the little food and water we had. The women, their strength and determination unwavering, walked for miles to find water, their backs bent under the weight of heavy clay pots. The men, their faces etched with concern, but their resolve unshaken, worked tirelessly to repair the old well, their combined efforts a testament to the power of collective action. Through trials and triumphs, the spirit of our village remained unbroken. This was because we were more than just individuals living in close proximity. We were a community, woven together by the invisible threads of shared history, culture, and compassion. Our lives were intertwined, our joys and sorrows shared as if they were our own. When a neighbor's child fell ill, we all felt the weight of worry. When a family celebrated a bountiful harvest, the entire village shared in their good fortune. This sense of community was not something we consciously cultivated, it was simply the air we breathed, the water that nourished us, the very essence of our being. This profound interconnectedness, this deep-rooted sense of community, was perhaps best captured in the Nguni Bantu term, Ubuntu. Roughly translated, it means humanity towards others, but its true meaning runs far deeper. Ubuntu speaks to the understanding that our individual identities are inextricably linked to the well-being of our community. It is the recognition that we are all interconnected, that our actions, no matter how small, have a ripple effect on those around us. It is the belief that we have a responsibility to lift each other up, to share our burdens as readily as we share our joys. In our village, Ubuntu was not just a word, it was a way of life. As I sat on a weathered stool, sipping strong, sweet tea with my grandmother, I marveled at the intricate tapestry of life unfolding around me. Children, their laughter echoing through the air, chased each other through the dusty pathways, oblivious to the cares of the world. Women, their voices a soothing melody, gathered around wells and open fires, sharing stories and laughter as they went about their daily chores. Men, their faces etched with the wisdom of experience, huddled together discussing the harvest, sharing news, and offering each other support and guidance. Each interaction, each shared moment, was a thread in the rich tapestry of our community. It was a reminder that even in a world that often felt overwhelming and isolating, there was still beauty to be found in simplicity, connection, and shared purpose, and hope in the enduring strength of the human spirit. This was the essence of my African village life, a testament to the enduring power of community, the beauty of shared traditions, and the profound truth that we are all connected, bound together by the invisible threads of our shared humanity. The bus rumbled back to life, its engine a stark contrast to the gentle rhythms of village life. As I boarded, the faces of my family and friends, etched with love and a touch of sadness, swam before me. Their farewells, a chorus of safe travels quasi, echoed in my ears long after the village had disappeared from view. The journey back to the city was always bittersweet. Part of me yearned for the familiar comforts of my modern life, the convenience, the endless possibilities. Yet, another part, a deeper part, ached for the simplicity, the sense of belonging, the unbreakable bonds I left behind in the heart of the village. As the bus sped along the paved road, leaving the dusty tracks of the village behind, I couldn't help but feel a sense of gratitude. Gratitude for the opportunity to reconnect with my roots, to draw strength from the earth that had nurtured me, to be reminded of what truly matters in life. Back in the city, surrounded by towering buildings and the constant hum of activity, the memory of my village became a sanctuary, a place of peace and solace I could retreat to whenever life felt overwhelming. The lessons I had learned, the values instilled in me from a young age, became my compass, guiding my steps and shaping my interactions with the world. I carried the spirit of Ubuntu within me, a constant reminder that my well-being was inextricably linked to the well-being of those around me. I strived to treat everyone I encountered with kindness and respect, to offer a helping hand whenever possible, to be a source of strength and support for those in need. The values of community, resilience, and compassion so deeply ingrained in the fabric of village life became my guiding principles, shaping my choices and influencing my actions. I realized that even in the midst of a bustling metropolis, I could create my own sense of community, fostering connections based on shared values and mutual respect. Though miles separated me from my physical village, I knew that the spirit of it, the essence of what it meant to be connected to something larger than myself, would always remain a part of me. It was a legacy passed down through generations, a treasure more valuable than any material possession. I learned that the concept of a village extended far beyond geographical boundaries. It was a state of mind, a way of being in the world that transcended cultural differences and societal norms. It was about recognizing our shared humanity, celebrating our interconnectedness, and embracing the values of compassion, empathy, and unity. Each act of kindness, each gesture of support, each moment of genuine connection was a testament to the village within us all. It was a reminder that even in a world that often felt fragmented and divided, we had the power to create our own villages, to build communities based on love, respect, and a shared commitment to the well-being of all. This, I believe, is the enduring legacy of the village, the understanding that we are all interconnected, that our lives have meaning and purpose when we choose to live them in service to others, and that together, we can create a world where everyone feels a sense of belonging, purpose, and hope.